Magandang araw mga bata. Ang ating asignadora ngayon ay Science 5. So, ang lesson 1 natin ay ang Identifying and Describing the Parts of the Female Reproductive System. Direction: arrange the following words from smallest to biggest. Isulat ang mga ito sa inyong kwaderno. Ang mga sagot ay isulat sa inyong kwaderno. Try to find all words that the letter board. Try to find all 5 words from the letter board. These are organs found in our body. To which body system do you think these organs belong? So nakikita ko dyan, meron dyan ang ovary, vagina, uterus, cervix, and fallopian tube. To which body system do you think these organs belong? Tama. Sa mga babae po ito, female reproductive organs. Yan. Let us study this diagram and identify which belong to a female reproductive system. So, tingnan ninyo mga bata kung alin dyan ang belong sa female reproductive system. Tama. Ang letter A ang belong sa female reproductive system. Okay? Activity proper or group activity of objective, identify the parts of the female reproductive system. Problem, what are the parts of the female reproductive system? Materials, charts, illustration of the female reproductive system. So, the female reproductive system, nandyan ang fallopian tubes. Ito pong dalawa na ito. Uterus, ovary, cervix, and vagina. Procedure, study the illustration of the female reproductive system. Discuss with your group members the different parts of the female reproductive system. Okay? Enter your observation here. Parts of female reproductive system. So, lahat ng iyan ay isulat sa inyong kwaderno. Ang sagot. Label the parts of the female reproductive system. Ayan din po, isulat ang inyong tamang sagot sa inyong kwaderno. Then, answer the question, which part are oblong shape and located at the left and right side of the uterus? Which part is a hollow pear-shaped organ with a muscular wall and a lining? Which are the thin, soft tubes extending from the uterus to the ovaries? What is located in the lower portion of the uterus and open into the vagina? What part is the outside passageway of the baby? Okay. Developing the mastery. Study the diagram of the female reproductive system. Describe its part by completing the table below. So, nandyan po ang part of the reproductive system, then write the description. Okay? What did you learn today? What are the parts of the female reproductive system? I learned that the female reproductive system is composed of the following organs: ovaries, fallopian tubes, uterus, cervix, and vagina. The ovaries are the female reproductive organs. Fallopian tubes are the thin, soft tubes extending from the uterus to the ovaries. Uterus is a hollow, pear-shaped organ with muscular wall and a lining. Cervix is located in the lower portion of the uterus that opens into the vagina. Vagina is the outside passageway of the baby, which is called as the birth canal. So direction, read its item carefully. Choose the letter of the correct answer. What are the female reproductive organs? Letter A, egg cell. Letter B, ovaries. Letter C, sperms. Letter D, testes. Number 2, why is the vagina called the birth canal? A, it is pyramid in shape. B, it is where the urine passes. C, it receives the sperms. D, the newborn baby passes out from it. Which best describe the ovaries? A, oblong shape and located on the left and right side of the uterus. B, the outside passageway of the baby. C, located in lower portion of the uterus that opens into the vagina. D, hollow pear-shaped organs with muscular wall and lining. Which is not part of the female reproductive system? A, cervix. C, fallopian tubes. D, epididymis. D, uterus. Number 5, what do ovaries produce? A, sperm cell. B, egg cell. C, zygote. D, fertilized egg. Okay, day 2, describing the function of each part of female reproductive system. Say yes if a statement is correct and no if it is incorrect, and change the underlined word to make it correct. Number 1, ovaries are oblong shaped and located at the left and right side of the uterus. Yes, tama. Number 2, vagina is a hollow, pear-shaped organ with a muscular wall and a lining. Anong sagot mga anak? Tama, yes. Fallopian tubes are thick, hard tubes extending from the uterus to the ovaries. Is it yes or no? Yes. Cervix is located in the lower portion of the uterus that opens into the vagina. Yes. Vagina is called the birth canal. Yes. So lahat ay okay. So describe the function of each part of the female reproductive system. So, nandyan ang fallopian tubes, ovary, uterus, vagina, and cervix. Okay? Take down notes of important details. Okay? Why is vagina called the birth canal? Answer the following guide question which viewing the video. Oh, what is the function of the uterus? What are produced in the ovaries of the female reproductive system? How many eggs does a woman releases every month? What is the role of the fallopian tubes in the female reproductive system? What organ is located at the lower portion of the uterus and expand to allow baby to pass through the vagina? Based on the discussion, complete the table below, parts of the female reproductive system, and write the function. Why is vagina called the birth canal? Vagina is called a birth canal because it is the passageway for the childbirth. Diyan po lumalabas ang mga baby. Okay, what is the function of the uterus? The uterus hold fertilized egg and nurture until the baby is fully developed. Sa uterus, doon po nadidevelop ang baby. Kapag nag-meet ang egg cell at saka sperm cell, doon po sila at naging zygote po siya, doon po yun lalaki sa ating uterus. What are produced in the ovaries in the female reproductive system? Egg cell and hormones. How many egg cells does a woman release every month? A woman releases an egg every month. What is the role of the fallopian tubes in the female reproductive system? The fallopian tubes connect the ovaries to the uterus. Verifying and explaining the answer for each question by replaying the female reproductive animation. Much is part of the female reproductive organs in its function. Ovaries, fallopian tubes, uterus, cervix, and vagina. Number 1, the area between the lower part of the cervix and the outside of the body. It receives the penis during sexual intercourse and it is a passageway for childbirth. Number 2, produce egg cells and the sex hormones estrogen and progesterone. A narrow opening between the uterus and vagina enlarged to let the passage of fetus during the birth. Where the unborn baby is developed has a soft, smooth inner lining called uterine lining and endometrium. It is also called the oviduct, a tube that leads the egg from the ovary to the uterus. Okay? Group activity. Pupils need to work with respective members. Each group chosen a familiar tune as Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. The farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell. Okay. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. The wheels on the bus, the wheel on the bus. Blah, blah, black sheep, have you any wool? Yan. Each group writes song about the parts of the function of the reproductive system. The group member will present the song in class. After finishing the activity, cooperation learning template must be completed by each group. Okay? Vagina serve as the birth canal of the passageway of the baby about to be born. Ovaries release the egg cell and the hormones estrogen and progesterone. Cervix expand and allow the baby to pass through the vagina. And fallopian tubes connect the ovaries to the uterus, and uterus holds the fertilized egg and nurture until the baby is fully developed. Direction. Match the part of the female reproductive system in column A which is function in column B. Write the letter before the number. Yan. Column A, cervix, vagina, fallopian tubes, uterus, and ovaries. And letter B are their functions. Okay, week 1, day 3, lesson 3, identifying and describing the parts of the male reproductive system. First, a word related to the part. Okay? Ito ay gagawin na lang. Show diagrams of a female and a male reproductive system. So, yan po ang reproductive system ng male and female. What difference do you notice between the female and male reproductive system? Give student at least 30 seconds to think prior to the responding to a question or prompt you give them. Then have students turn to partner and share their responses. Okay. Objective. Identify and describe the parts of the male reproductive system through a research work. What do you know about the male reproductive system? Okay. Materials, science book for research, Manila, paper, pencil, coloring materials, pentel pen, marker, and more. Organize your group and choose a leader. The leader will assign rules of each group according to members' preference and assign other members of their specific rules. Assign the artist to draw the male reproductive system. Assign the recorder with the help of other member to level the parts of the male reproductive system. Have other members note down and describe each part. Share ideas on how to answer the problem question. Talk about your research work to come up with presentation. Prepare for a group presentation. List down and describe the organs of the male reproductive system. Enter the data by completing the table. Okay? Interact discussion through animation showing the parts of the male reproductive system. How many sperm cells does your human male have? What are the organs of the male reproductive system? What are the oval-shaped organs contained in the scrotum? How does the scrotum look like? Which part is the elongated muscular organ full of blood vessels and sensitive nerves? Which connect the testes and the vas deferens? What is semen? Okay, activity 1 and 2. Complete the graphic organizer. Tell whether you agree that or disagree and justify your answer. Circumcision increased the sexual power of a man. Yes, agree. If a man is not circumcised, he is a gay or worse, he will have child who will suffer with rheum, a watery discharge from the eye or muta. Disagree? Yes, disagree. The size of the penis symbolizes the masculinity of a male. Disagree. Okay? The male reproductive system is composed of the following: scrotum, testes, penis, vas deferens, urethra, prostate gland, and seminal vesicles. Males have billions of sperm cells in their testes. The oval-shaped organs contained in the scrotum are testes. The scrotum looks like sac that hang behind the penis. Penis is an elongated muscular organ full of blood vessels and sensitive nerves. Epididymis connects the testes and the vas deferens. Semen is the whitish fluid that nourishes the sperm. So, study the diagram, answer the question below by writing the word or letter of the correct answer. Number 1, the scrotum looks like sac that hang behind the penis. What number represents the scrotum? Semen and urine are released from the urethra. Which number represents the urethra? Blank is an elongated muscular organ full of blood vessels and sensitive nerves. What organ is represented by number 2? Which number represents epididymis? Okay. Week 4, describing the function of each part of the male reproductive system. Describe the male reproductive system organ presented in its picture. Contribute the envelopes containing pictures. Okay. Okay. Uh, Episodes organ involved. How does it work? Testes produce the sperm cell. Epididymis, storage for the sperm cells. Scrotum protects the testes. Prostate, secrete fluid that nourishes the sperm. Penis, transport the sperm cells out of the body. Urethra, carries urine and semen out of the body. Unscramble the word or group of words in column B that is being described. Write your answer in column A. Circumcision is a Filipino family tradition wherein the foreskin of the male penis is removed. Why do males need to undergo circumcision? Male undergo circumcision for personal hygiene and preventive health care. How does each part of the female reproductive system work? Testes produce the sperm and the male hormone called testosterone. Scrotum protects the testes. Epididymis serves as the storage organ for sperm cell. Vas deferens connects the testes to the prostate gland. Urethra. Urethra is the passageway of the urine and semen to pass out of the body. Penis is the male external organ that transports sperm cell in the female vagina. So, evaluating learning, what are produced in testes? Which organ transport sperm cell into the female vagina? What organ is protected by the scrotum? If sperm duct or vas deferens is cut, can sperm cell be transported to female? A temporary storage of sperm cell before they are released in the urethra. Draw and level the parts of the male reproductive system. Week 5, comparing function of its parts of the male reproductive system. Arrange the jumbled letters to form the organs of the male and the female reproductive system. Tell whether the reproductive organ mentioned in the activity is for a male or a female, or list them down on the box provided. Okay. What's the difference? Compare the function of parts of male and female reproductive system. Which organs of the male and female reproductive system are similar in function? Illustrate of the male and female reproductive system. Work. Okay, study the illustration. Discuss with your group member the different parts of the reproductive system. Complete the table below about the structures and function of the human reproductive system. Yan. Type of sex cell. Male and female reproductive system. Organs that produce the cell, the sex cell and hormones. Hormones produced which determines the secondary sex characteristic tube through which sex cells travel once produced. Structures where fertilized eggs will grow and develop. Sperm cells are nourished. External sex organs. Okay. Which organ both produce the sex cells? Which are both external organs of male and female. These organs are tubes whether in the sex cells travel one produce. Both male and females have these organs and carry urine. Aside from sex cells, what other components are produced in the testes and ovaries? Okay. So, ayan po ang illustration ng female reproductive system, organ and male reproductive organ. Based on the diagram above, list down the part of male and female reproductive system that have the same function. Example, fallopian tubes, and vas deferens. Consider this as for 1. Which reproductive organs have similar function? Testes and ovaries both produce the sex cell. Penis and vagina are both external organs of the male and female. Prostate gland and uterus both nourish and white and fertilize egg and sperm cells. Both male and females have urethra and serves as passageway of urine to the outside part of the. Analyze each pair of words and supply the missing words. Study the illustration below. Answer the following question. Okay? Study lesson 1 to 5, parts and function of the male and female reproductive system. Happy teaching!